welcome back to our channel. Thank you for tuning in to watch today's video. As you can see, we have a new face on the channel today. My friend Stacy. You guys remember I did a video about her business some time ago on this channel. So today I have brought her for her to give us some tips about this business world, because my friend is a business guru. She knows so much about business. So today we're going to be talking about 3 steps you can take to make more sales for your business. So if you're a business owner, you have a friend who's a business owner, you're dreaming of becoming a business owner, whichever category you fall, this video will definitely be helpful to you. So let me just give her the opportunity to introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'm Elomo Stacy. I'm an entrepreneur and I do a lot of other stuff on the side. I'm into entertainment as well. So today I'm here to give you guys a few tips, things that I've tried, things that have worked for me, and I'll advise anyone who is starting a business, who is in business, or who is hoping to start a business to try in their own businesses, because it's definitely going to work out for you, regardless of whatever business you are doing.
Tested and proven, certified, verified. So having said that, Stacey is going to be giving us some tips on how to increase your sales. So Stacey, what's your first tip on how to increase sales?
Okay, so I feel like most of the time we're focused on sales and we forget that there are other aspects that lead to actually closing those sales. Some people have really good products, some people have great prices, but guess what? You're not making as much sales as you are meant to be making, because there are other parts of the business that you are probably not paying attention to. You have stuff like marketing, content creation, stuff like that. So the very first thing that I'll advise anybody who wants to make sales is to pay attention to what they actually want to do. So firstly, you need to know your target market. You need to know who your target audience is. You want to know the people you want to serve. You want to know what product or service you are going to be offering to those people at what prices. You want to understand their pain points and whatever it is that you'll be solving for them. The mistake that a lot of people make most of the time is that they go into business without actually understanding these things. You don't have a target audience, you don't have any niche, anything. You just go into business because maybe you just call someone and say, it did like say human hair is saying that way, I'll enter human hair business. Or you just call say, hey, I think Carol's doing cakes, so it did like say Carol they make money for the cake business, so me too I'll do cakes. It doesn't work like that. Honestly, it doesn't work like that. And that's why you see people jumping from one business to the other. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do many businesses, but you see that some people, they've not even had accurate knowledge or experience or anything in one business and are already jumping onto the other. They keep trying different things because they see that A is not working and B is doing something else that seems to be working, so they go to it. A lot of people started selling perfumes because they looked at me and they felt like, it looks like Stacey is really making a lot of money. They don't know the shaggy that I have seen in this perfume business. You don't see the behind the scenes, So I feel like that's the very first thing you want to do. Carve out your target audience. You need to have a customer avatar. Understand who your ideal client is going to be, the market you want to serve. That's the very, very first thing.
Okay, so there is this thing that people do that I've seen a couple of people do, that they start a business, and for example, I start selling shoes, and then I market it, my friends, my family, people buy, I make money, and I go and buy the third time I buy, it gets stuck with me. I cannot sell it, then I'm like, shoe business is slow, let me move to hair business, hair the gear and so. And then when you move to hair business, you come again, those same people still promote this new business of yours, right? Then you sell and you be like, there's money here. Then the third time you go to buy, you get stuck. So people find themselves in that kind of trend of moving from one business to another, because the first 2 times they buy the products and bring, people actually promote them just because I want to support you are trying. But in the long run, they cannot sustain those sales. Those sales cannot be sustained. So what's the issue here with this jumping about from one business to another, trying to make sales like that?
Okay, like I said earlier, you don't just start a business because you think that this business is going to get you money. You need to offer people value. You need to understand people's pain points. You need to figure out what that product or service is going to be doing for people. That's one of the things that makes people buy. right? You're probably going to be buying makeup because you want to beat your face and look beautiful. You do your hair, you don't want to look unkempt and all of that, right? It's not just because you want to support one of your friends who is selling hair. Do you understand? So one of the mistakes that people make, just like I said, not defining who your target audience is. You think that when you start a business, your friends, your family are going to support you and all of that. Some people may be lucky, but trust me, in the long run, to be able to sustain a business, your family, your friends are not going to keep that business up and running. They will not. So the next thing you need to do is actually to build a community around your business. Some people are selling, who do you want to sell with? Sales is numbers. Sales is literally numbers. If you are thinking that is your 5 friends or your contact list, or your mother, your father, your cousins, and your sister on your contact list, some people have just like 100 contacts. Those people are there like every day. You don't try to network, you don't try to sell to new people, you don't try to, meet different people and interact with them and all of that. It is not going to work for you. You being able to build a community is you being able to put yourself out there to attract new people on a daily. Go to events. That's one of the reasons why I attend events. It's not just for show or to go and take pictures and all of that. No, I do not attend any event without getting at least 2 people's contacts. No. Because sales is a game of numbers. Sales is a game of numbers. If you don't even have maybe up to 100 people that are looking at your business before 10 people that buy, what are you doing? Because that's what happens most of the time. You cannot have the same people viewing your status every other day, the same friends that you have had from school. There's first of all see finish. So people are looking at you and they're like, this stage is a great day for the way you want to give me. You will notice that some of your friends will come to you. They want you to render that service to them for free or for little or nothing. But they will go to people out there, to bigger brands, and they'll pay without blinking an eye. And you need to stay woke.
The second tip to make more sales. Over to you. What's the second tip?
So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is for you to market your business shamelessly. See, you cannot be broke and you are proud. The two do not go together. You cannot be, I'm telling you from experience. Yes. See, I only took my business seriously from 2020. While I was in school, sometimes you have small money, maybe allowances here and there, stuff like that. See, 2020, when I was done with school, when the corona virus hit and everything was just going, I had to sit myself down and ask myself, like, okay, what is going to happen now? What now? People were getting laid off, so you would not even think about trying to get a job, stuff like that. So I had to sit myself down and ask myself, like, what do I think I can do? What is it that I really want to do? I mentioned before that I do a couple of things on the side as well, like entertainment. So I MC, act, stuff like that. But that was not even really paid. That's more like a hobby for me. And during that corona period, we were on lockdown. We were on lockdown. So I was really not doing anything. So I sat to myself. I had started my business already, but I really was not serious about it. Guess what? I was posting other people's businesses on my WhatsApp status, and people will buy from them. And I was not really posting my own business. See, this is the wake-up call that I had. I was not posting my business. I think I just had imposter syndrome. Because I was just like, so now perfume to me, I want really, I had imposter syndrome. Yes, honestly. So I was selling perfumes, and maybe only the people that were really close to me knew that I was actually selling perfumes, because I didn't really put it out there much like that. I'll post today and maybe post again 1 week after, stuff like that. But that was the wake-up call I needed. When I saw how much energy I put into marketing other people's businesses, and then they get to make sales, and I was like, wait a minute, listen, what is happening to you? What's happening to your own business? See, I was in Yaoundé at the time. When I came back, the small money I had, I just went to Douala. I bought stock. I came. I don't even play. I started putting myself out there. So this is the next point. If you want to make sales, market your business shamelessly. That's the business that puts food on your table. You cannot be ashamed of what brings money to your pocket. Don't care about what people will say. Don't care about how people will look at you. Don't care whether people are going to laugh at you. It does not matter. Up to today, people still talk about me. From family to friends to people I barely even know. They still talk about me, and slangs. Sometimes people are like, now only the perfume business.
Only the perfume
Do you
business,
understand?
so are you sure you're not doing something else?
Exactly. So people are always going to talk. Let me give you a quick tip. One of the things that I personally did for myself. If you think that you're not confident enough to put your business out there, let's say for example, like for WhatsApp, you have the option to block. One of the things that I did, I went to my status bar. You can restrict who you want to see and who you do not want to see. I blocked everybody that I felt was going to be an inconvenience to me or try to discourage me. That's one of the things that I did that time. The next thing, I turned off my read receipts. I didn't want to know who has seen the status, who has not seen it or whatsoever, because I don't care. Because when I see sometimes when I post and I'm looking at it, I'm like, hey, Carol has seen this, what would they be thinking? So that was one of the things that helped me. I turned off my read receipts. So when I post, I don't care who has seen, who has not seen. I don't even know. At some point, I even forgot the people that were existing on my status, but I did that literally for over a year. Trust me, it worked for me.
And I think under this marketing or business even, some people feel like the business, they don't want to market the business because they feel like it's not capable enough to actually sustain their lifestyle. So they be like, so how can I even sell from this thing? Even if I want to market this thing from now to tomorrow, I'll hire or sell 2 bottles of perfume. What would that money do to me? And there's a way you pity yourself and you just be like, there's no need stressing because 2 bottles of perfume, maybe I'll make 5,000. What 5,000 do to me? So they just tend to just be like, okay, let me just keep it low key. When I sell. When I don't sell, I just stay in it because the money I'll even gain from after marketing is not enough to sustain me. I think that's where.
So I feel like that's also sort of like imposter syndrome. You're not so sure, you're feeling like this thing is not worth it, you cannot really pull through this thing. See, make up your mind. It starts from the mind. That's where it starts from. People are going to discourage you, people are going to talk down on you. Even you may feel discouraged by yourself, but trust me, nobody is going to encourage you or push you as hard as you will do for yourself. So this thing that Carol is talking about, sometimes you feel like, what can you even get from this business? You're probably looking at other people's businesses. They talk about making hundreds of thousands, making so much money. Yeah.
Before we even get there, now you are getting to a place where you're not yet there, but at least you have grown from where you. When you started this perfume business, did you even see that it could even get to this level?
I did. I did. Funny enough.
Not your regular that was saying no, I did not.
I did.
But did you know that just this perfume business can fund your lifestyle? And yes. Because you're living so. Did you know that it can fund your?
I did, and that's why I decided to put my all into it. Because if I didn't think that I could make something out of it, I would have dropped this business since Carol. There are days that were so hard. There are days that even my mother was like, "Na perfume you want to say, so you don't go to school, you want can't say na perfume." I don't hear that kind of rubbish talk then. You understand? So if na that talk they were before, I would not leave the business. But I knew I saw something in it that nobody probably saw. Do you get? So it's one thing to do business, it's another thing to build a brand. Those are two different things. That's probably topic for another day. So for me, I didn't just see this like I was just decided to make my 1,000 like it was before 2020 that I decided to really take it seriously. So I saw it when I sat and I was like, just imagine. Can you remember the first time you maybe did a cake for 10,000? Can you remember the time you made your first 100,000 and you're like, hey, so I can make 100,000 for cake? Do you understand? So that kind of thing, I was like, if I can make 100,000 from this, that means that's very good. Do you understand? So I had that consciousness. I'm not one of those people who was sitting and like, am I really sure that I had that consciousness? I remember a sale I did in 2021. The thing about me is that when I put my mind to something, I actually really worked towards it. People who have been watching me from afar, you know where I started from.
Yes.
You know how much we have grown, the process where we have been. I've been consistent.
Very consistent.
I've been so consistent.
Very, very.
I knew that there was something in this business, so I decided to put my all into it.
This is just to tell you that business can fund your lifestyle. It can fund your lifestyle. Treat your business as something that can.
The things that people are treating their businesses as hobbies. If you treat your business as a hobby, the result you get
is different from someone who treats it as something.
If you treat your business like something that you do in your spare time, you just post maybe when you're chance, when you're not doing anything much, that's how people will take your business. But if you take your business as your source of livelihood, You take their business as what is going to put food on your table, food in your stomach. You know that if you don't make sales from this business, you're not going to eat. The truth is that I always say that you see people who don't take their businesses seriously. You probably have another source of income.
That's also income.
Do you understand? You have somebody who is maybe funding that lifestyle that you are living. So that business is just camouflage. In marketing your business shamelessly, carry your market on your head. You need to also be very consistent. Be consistent in whatever you are doing. The truth is that people who are watching, people are always going to be watching, even if they don't react. Don't be one of those people that when you post and you don't make sales and you say, no one really asked me whether I have much. You post, nobody likes, say they didn't like my post. You are going to be shocked. Don't stop at it. Keep doing what you are doing consistently. It's that consistency that builds trust. For some people need to see you post something maybe at least 7 times, and then they are assured that you actually mean business. How do you expect that you should be an authority in your niche? You need to be so consistent in such a way that when somebody thinks of that particular product or service that you are rendering, they should think of you. So you want to stay top of mind with being consistent. That's one of the things that I have done for myself. In such a way that when somebody just says,
I need a perfume.
The first is Stacescents. Others can come as subsidiaries. Others can come as options. I should be top of mind.
Yeah.
Consistency.